Okay, next on stage, interesting story, in fact. The next person to stand on this stage, in fact, left China at the age of 16, arrived in London at the age of 21, became an investment banker. She's recently quit her job, Canary Wharf office, left it all behind. She's about to tell you exactly what her next big idea is. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the idea known as Curated Ventures.
Thank you, Peter. Hi, my name is Ada, and I am the CEO and founder of Curated Ventures. Actually, can we just go one slide back? Because there was a slide before that. Right. So we are a young startup that is going to revolutionize the fashion shopping experience by connecting the up-and-coming designers directly with consumers. Today's fashion consumers, more than ever before, wants to have the personal experience with the designers they love, with the brands they follow, just like how it was in the 1950s, in the golden days of fashion, where fashion patrons can meet with the designers, participated in the design process, support them financially, and in the end, show off their creations. However, in today's fashion world, despite of all the challenges and hurdles, we continue to believe that is the way to success. A lot of up-and-coming young designers cannot make the breakthrough, and we, as consumers, are losing out on great talents. Now, let's look at Sophie, a London-based designer. She worked for big brands for 10 years, and now she wants to launch her own fashion label. First, Sophie needs to put up at least 30,000 euro to research, design, and produce her prototypes. And next, she needs to find a good factory who can produce her design for, let's say, £100 a piece. Several months later, Sophie needs to find a wholesaler at the trade show or in a showroom. Let's assume Sophie is lucky and she gets admitted to one of those showrooms. But did you know that Sophie actually has to pay a commission to go into those showrooms, and for every single item she sells, she has to pay a commission as well? Now, that's not the end yet. Let's assume Sophie is lucky, and we have retailers like Net-a-Porter or Harrods place an order. What really happens behind the scene is that Harrods buys Sophie's collection from the wholesaler at the price of £200, and they pass it on to you and me, like consumers, for £800. Now, you would agree with me, that's a pretty bad deal, isn't it? First, Sophie has to put up all her time and effort at risk, and only until the very end she can realize actually whether her design will sell or not. At best, Sophie can carry home a tiny profit that can fund her next fashion collection. And you and me, the fashion consumers, we are paying a huge markup to the retailers and not using the money to let Sophie thrive. So we decided to look for solutions. Here's what we found. We have the emerging designer-focused online platforms. Then we have what I call the IKEA model of fashion, the integrated supply chain. And then you have the big e-commerce website producing the best-selling labels based on consumer data analysis. And then you have the social shopping, you see now, buy now. But there's no single business model that can integrate the four models together and curate one single platform that can empower the up-and-coming designers and connect them with the fashion consumers, like you and me. We do not care only about the piece of clothes that's in our hand. We care about what's behind the scene, and we want to be part of the fashion experience. Now, before I tell you how Curated Ventures does things differently, let me just briefly talk about the online fashion retail market. By 2020, the global online fashion retail market is going to reach €1 trillion. And we are going to focus on the top two markets by connecting China and Britain. And that combined value is going to reach €100 billion, €140 billion by 2022. Now, how are we going to tackle this problem, or tackle this market, in fact? We have a digital platform that's called Curated Crowd. This is where the up-and-coming fashion designers can really connect with the consumers, or the fashion patrons, as how I like to call it. Just like in the 1950s, the fashion patrons can browse our website, look for the favorite designs, and they can crowdfund their favorite designs. And they can go into our curated shop to buy the unique piece of design that's only available to our customers. In this way, Sophie is happy because she actually received funding before she actually produced any clothes and sell it. And the best thing is she gets a direct customer feedback before she launched the whole collection to the market. And we, as fashion patrons, we are very happy because instead of Net-a-Porter, we discovered the next hot and coming young designers ourselves, and we can place order directly with the designers at a much cheaper price. And we have our offline events, which is the Curated Ventures event, where we connect fashion consumers directly with the designers. They can meet at their studios, they can meet on the catwalk, so really embrace the fashion experience. We are a team of 4 people. We have people specializing in luxury fashion merchandising, e-commerce, and online social marketing. And we have our CTO, who has built innovative products for both startups and also the world's top 500 companies. And he actually built the very first crowdfunding website in the European community. We are actually working with British Fashion Council at the moment and Shanghai Fashion Week to discover the really, really great designer that is coming next day. So, if you share the same passion as me, and you think there's a great potential in this market, please come and find me and let's have a coffee. And you will find me easily because I'm wearing the hot pink red shoes. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Curated Ventures.